Welcome to Julie's Infinite Playlist. Today we have Catbamboo. They're our first non-Texas band. They're from Louisiana. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Great. You guys want to introduce yourselves and what instruments you play and everything?
I'm Kai Williams. I play guitar.
I'm Sam Ard. I play drums and tour manage.
Awesome. So where did the name come from?
Oh, man. So, me, Marcus, and Francisco were sitting in a room after we had made a video for our band. We had decided to get a show, so we needed a name, and we were trying to make a comment for that video. So I was like, hey, let's just choose two emoji. There's a cat, there's like the animal emoji, and there's the
Plant.
like the plant emojis, I guess.
Yeah.
Over there, vegetation stuff. And so I was like, hey, choose an animal. I said cat, and I asked someone to choose vegetation, someone said bamboo. That was it. It's as simple as that. Real easy.
I mean, I like it. It's a fun name.
It was kind of a joke at first, but it just kind of caught on. So
Yeah. That's
Catchy.
awesome. Yeah. And how'd you get into music?
no,
I mean,
I got into music from my buddy Angelo B, who I actually saw in El Centro on his tour. He's in the Navy. He showed me like a bunch of Guitar Hero first. I like discovered rock music. I was like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. And then Angelo B like played guitar, and he showed me a bunch of his dad's like thrash albums, and I was really into that shit. So
Nice.
yeah, just kind of started playing guitar from there.
Very cool.
yeah, I just basically spent like my whole childhood was my dad playing Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd the whole time, and then as a kid I would just grow up around like I guess 10 or 11 and watch like videos of like Slipknot and a lot of metal bands that would play these festivals in the UK, and that's what really that was the deciding factor that I was gonna try.
Yeah. That's awesome. And how did the band come together?
So, I was 20 at the time. Like, I was about to turn 21. It was like 10 days before my birthday. But I wanted beer after like a bender that had been going on with a friend of mine. And while my friend was buying beer, there's this whole story with this Magic 8 Ball actually. Like, we weren't going to buy any beer. We were going to get some like breakfast. But we saw a Magic 8 Ball and we asked it like, hey, are you going to... should we get beer right now to go along with our French toast? And we shook it once, and it goes, ask again. So we asked it again, shook it again, and it says, without a doubt, got our beer. And it's a good thing that happened, because while Michael was in line getting the beer because he's of age, I was like looking natural in the front of a store, and Francisco was directly in line before Michael. And he walked by me, and I noticed he had a Protest the Hero shirt on. I was like, hey man, it's a cool band. He's like, hey. I don't know very many people that like that band. We talked the shit. We found out we both play guitar. The next day we played some music together, and we just started writing songs from there. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's really cool. Nice. And do you remember the name of the first band that you were in?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Stranger.
Nice.
See, I remember seeing that name around, but I never got to see you guys live.
We're the best.
For me, it was Shores of Acheron, which is technically still kind of around. It's like a deathcore band.
Yeah. Very cool. And how many bands have you been in before Catbamboo?
It depends on what you define as a band.
Yeah. Did you play shows? Did you tour?
Like we played
Let's say you played at least one show.
at least one show.
Yeah.
Then probably like 5 or 6 bands.
Just 3 for me.
Very cool. And describe your music.
It's the best math rock in the world.
No, I knew you were gonna
Edit
say
that
that.
out.
It is.
I edit nothing.
I don't know.
It's like post-math prog rock. It's like all 3 of those things kind of like put
I
together
just like
with
it's
anything
instrumental.
else put together.
Yeah.
It's instrumental
Yeah.
rock. It's like based in rock and metal because me and Francisco both really like metal. We're the main songwriters, but we all like I like math rock. Fran really likes like prog rock, but then I also I love the Strokes. I like simplicity. I like rhythm. Francisco really likes sometimes even just chaotic stuff. He loves like Dream Theater and Frank Zappa. Some of their is more crazy stuff, So what we come up with together is really cool, especially since Fran is like a bassist first,
Yeah.
So like it just feels like one big rhythm section. With that
Nice.
band.
Yeah. I remember seeing you guys at the holiday show at Beerland here,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, wow, this is different in a really great way. And what are your shows like?
Energetic.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's the best way
Our
to try to
shows
put it.
are fun. At least I have fun.
Well, Denver
Like
was the most crazy, at least
that
on this tour that we're
that
on. Like
was
when we played Denver, I was like windmilling like with my hair, and then Kyron like jumped into the crowd at certain points. It was
so much fun. Like everyone was moving so much. Like anytime I was kind of, man, I'm a little tired. I'll look down and everyone's just still going. I'm like, I can't be tired. You know?
Yeah.
Now's not the time. And I was just dripping. It was so hot in there.
Yeah.
It was so worth it. It smelled awful.
oh, it did smell awful.
And what's your favorite thing about playing live?
The crowd, like just interacting with everybody. Like it doesn't matter where we go. Like even in like we played with Leo Nocentelli and Bill Dickens. Leo Nocentelli of the Meters. You know, Sissy Short. Yeah, everyone knows that song. But those we played like the Hartley Bay Theater. It was this place in downtown Baton Rouge, and everyone. The average age of the people attending there was probably like 48.
Yeah.
And they're all sitting down, and we're standing up like right in front of them, and it's just like there's no stage, and it's a bunch of people, and just really awkward. And I forgot the question.
What's your favorite thing about playing live?
Playing live, crowds.
Oh yeah, those people there like sitting down like reacted and like gave us something. You know what I mean? Even just like the most awkward of situations, and that's what I have to feed off of, you know, because we've played like shows with cover bands and like the crowds just like don't like it. We've played like big shows, there'll be hundreds of people there, and they're just kind of like
chilling,
you know.
Yeah.
So you know, if you give us anything, we'll take it and go with it. That's what we need. That's the whole reason I play live.
Yeah, that's awesome.
To connect with other people.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. And what is your writing process like?
Me and Fran
You write rhythm, Fran writes leads.
No,
I mean, like,
that's not at all how.
Well,
that's not at all our writing process.
oh, well,
How would you
my bad.
know?
Well, that's what I've gathered from what you've told me so far.
No. How it is like it depends on the song. Sometimes
Not like
I'll write a
specific
song.
rhythms or leads, but like
like
you write rhythmic shit, and then
I do write
leady
more,
shit.
yeah.
Like
Definitely.
that's basically what I meant with that.
That's what we're definitely more like. We tend to go towards, which works because you know our dynamic is a band, but the writing process is different. Like at our acoustic EP, for instance, Hills and Valleys. I just kind of like. I was really excited because I had In the Wind already written for the band, and I came in. Fran added his part, and then we wrote a bass line. Then we eventually got Eric, and Eric added little bits of spice to the bass line, sauce. And then we got drummer in, and next thing you know, it was a band, and I got so excited. I was like, hey, I'm gonna write Hills and Valleys, and it's like the simplest little just like happy song, just because I was like, we got a band,
Yeah.
and that same thing happened. Fran wrote a part, and it was easy. It just naturally went ahead and went about throwing the towel, wrote a song. Fran threw this part on there. Now Parallels and Lighter Than Air are a bit different because Fran pretty much wrote out the skeletons for the songs. He didn't write the drums, but he had the rhythmic motifs that he wanted for the drums and everything.
Yeah.
And that was really cool for him to be able to communicate with the drummer. And we started developing more with this new EP. Same thing with Throwing the Towel. I wrote that song originally. We played it differently than we do on the EP. But we're gonna start playing it the way on the EP once Fran gets back. We'll be able to do both of our parts the way we have them written.
Nice.
Yeah. I do want to start learning Fran's parts because it's going to help me understand them a little bit more, and I'd like him to start learning my parts soon. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
This is going to help with the cohesion and being is this what he's going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
That's awesome.
We play a lot of guitar together.
Yeah.
And it just happens.
Yeah. It just kind of comes out.
Yeah.
Fran's a riff guy. That's what I like.
Yeah. That's awesome. And who are your influences?
Let's see. Mine are kind of sporadic. I would start with like when it comes to what I would deem like listenable to me, it had to be something that someone like who likes the Strokes would like. That's like if you can like the Strokes, you should be able to like Catbamboo to some degree because they are my favorite band.
Yeah.
So, as far as like the overall like tone and like feel of a song, the Strokes. But then when it comes down to like my playing, I'll go as far as saying like obviously like just half of Sumerian's roster. Like I like Veil Maya, Born of Osiris, Chan, Animals as Leaders, all those guys.
Techie stuff.
Really techie stuff.
But then melodic techie stuff.
Exactly, melodic tech. Like you can play scales all day, and that's cool. And, it has to be groovy. It has to be technical, and I really, really love rhythm. I love the ability to just like kind of chop it up and make it feel like it's 4/4 and it's not, or like what Animals as Leaders does, and make it feel like it's not 4/4 and it is, and you're just like.
Yeah. I don't know. My influences are mostly metal, I guess. So like Alex Rudinger, the drummer for Band Good Tiger, and like a bunch of other bands. It's like my main influence right now. But also like, I listen to classical music. Like I was brought up pretty much on anything except country.
Yeah.
New trap music, mumble rap. Other than that, I can get down with it.
Yeah.
I like jazz too. I think
jazz.
Dave Brubeck is a really big inspiration of mine. I don't know how I missed that. Because Hills and Valleys is like my take on Take 5, like a part of Take 5, honestly. And like the 5/4, I didn't think about it, but like it's fun.
Yeah, yeah, very cool. And who do you listen to that you think would surprise people?
Surprise people, like a guilty pleasure kind of deal, or like
I don't really believe in guilty pleasures when it comes to music, but
right.
But that kind of concept.
Kind of, yeah.
Dilla. No.
Old school
I love
but
that's
the
not
Rage album.
That's not a guilty pleasure play for people though.
I say I don't believe in it, but then I don't really tell a lot of people that I have Paris Hilton CDs, so...
Okay, yeah. Let's start getting embarrassing
You're
here.
being honest.
Find out here.
I
love Nickelback's first album.
Okay.
Alright.
I Set My Friends on Fire, you can't spell slaughter without... Laughter without... Slaughter without laughter, yeah.
Yeah.
That album on the throughout this tour. Let's see. You'd be surprised. I like K-pop. I like Kyrie Pamu. I remember
I like K-pop too.
Yeah, I like K-pop. Like
I don't understand.
I don't really keep up with it too much because I
to
can't read it. Like the Korean when it comes to it. So like I have a bunch of friends that listen to it and so I'm just like, yeah, that's tight.
I was so into
Japanese
boy
music
bands when
too,
I was younger, and it's basically just Korean boy bands and girl bands, and I'm just like, this is amazing. I don't even have to understand what you're saying. I just really enjoy this music and the fact that you all dance together, which is not something you see a lot anymore, and yeah.
It's like full production. It's everything,
yeah. Yeah. And in Korea, it's actually funny because they're very, open about how the whole process works. Like, they have to get, I don't remember what it's called specifically, but a corporation behind them to sponsor them and get all their stuff together. Whereas here we were like, no, NSYNC just got together on their own.
Yeah.
Then we're discovered.
Yeah.
It's not at all what happened.
Yeah.
I still love NSYNC. It's fine. I don't care how they got together. They got together and made amazing music, and Justin Timberlake is still making, this last album not so much, but has made some pretty fantastic music, so... Yes.
I'm just salty about pop music.
I'm trying to
any kind of pop, K-pop.
I'm getting an appreciation for it again. And
yeah,
that's what's good because I've gone through a lot of phases of elitism, going through metal. Just being that's not real metal, bro. That's like a 15 and 16-year-old,
Yeah.
And
well,
then
it seems like the indie shit's becoming more famous now. You know what I mean? Indie shit's becoming mainstream pop in a sense, Black Keys and who else? All the bands that are on modern rock radio and shit like that. Crossover.
You mean? Pop. Hand quotes, indie.
Yeah, no, definitely hand quotes. Indie, but it's
indie alternative. It's just alternative pop.
So rock. It's becoming more tolerable in a sense, but
it's always been good. I like it. Everyone likes it. That's why it's pop music.
Yeah, you're right.
But
everybody can get down to it.
Every time I get into a new style of music, I get kind of elitist for a little bit, and then I have to slap myself and be like, no.
That happens.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Get over it.
It's just music.
It's just music. You can like one thing and not another. It's fine.
That's part of the songwriting process too. just like literally writing whatever we want to, and it's like if this is Catbamboo, it's Catbamboo. If it's not, me and Francisco both want to start working on like solo albums after we get our next like an actual album out for Catbamboo, or like solo like pieces, probably like an EP or something small, a couple songs, but you know, start like really just building our skills, because I feel like we're definitely in the genre of music where like. We have some friends that'll just definitely tell you like, hey, you guys aren't getting any better.
Yeah, you need to work on that, bro.
Like they're talking about your musicianship, you know, like you can't plateau here.
Yeah. That's always good to have.
Yeah, it's good. It's
Kanye
very
needs
like
that.
good friends.
Right. Not just yes people. Yeah, no, I get it. Like you don't grow as a person if you don't have people telling you, hey, like this is not your best work here.
Yeah.
I'm like
constructive criticism.
Yeah. I'm like scared of Rafa from Kagoo. Like he like I love him. He's always been so nice to me. But like he's the first one to tell me, he's like, the second you start fucking up, bro, I'm gonna tell you, it's not gonna be nice.
You're like, okay.
As long as it's your friends telling you, you're not some random fan on a show. You know what I mean? Like,
that's very true.
Anybody.
That guy that comes up to you at the end of the show that's drunk and is like, "Yo, man, sounds like you got off time in that, that third song there."
It's like, no, that's actually how it was supposed to sound. But thanks.
And when they heckle, they apologize at the end of shows. Usually, they just like they want their moment. So
yeah. People are just ridiculous. If you could write with anyone alive or dead, who would you want to write with?
Alive or dead?
To write with someone alive or dead.
Ewan Dobson. He's like this crazy acoustic guitarist on Candy Rat Records, and he just writes the most crazy stuff.
Yeah.
It's like solo acoustic stuff, just crazy.
Yeah.
Dave Brubeck, I'd have to go with Dave Brubeck. Like, me and him could just have some of this cool jazz, like...
Yeah.
He's... Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Brubeck. I can't think of anyone else that'd be better.
Yeah. I feel like that would just be like a really... Like, you just kind of jam for a little bit and then be like, all right, now we've got something here. And what's your... Do you guys ever cover any songs?
Sometimes cover Chon.
We covered Chon, like, in the beginning, but, like, it kind of got really annoying real quick when people were like, you guys sound like Chon.
Yeah.
And it's just like, we covered a song because, like...
It's just you like it.
Because honestly, like, Chon is, like, another one of those bands, like, I like Protest the Hero, but I don't know any Protest the Hero songs on guitar, and Fran knows, like, fucking all of them. So... when we were, like, just jamming around at the very beginning, we were like, what mutual songs do we know? And Chon was just that band, because they were, blowing up at the time.
Yeah.
And had very interesting music. And so we were like, okay, let's do this song, because our drummer at the time had also known the same song. So
yeah. It just made sense,
jam. Yeah, we could jam it.
Yeah. That's kind of the danger with cover songs sometimes. Like, if you get too close to what your sound sounds like, then people are like, oh, you sound like them. It's like...
Yeah, we've been thinking about pulling out a cover that would probably throw a curveball to everybody at the show.
Yeah,
but we don't know if we want to do it yet.
Yeah,
he definitely wants to do it. I'm not completely sure.
I'm rock and roll as fuck.
Yeah,
I don't know about this guy.
It's not about rock and roll, bro. It's just,
it is. That's like the least rock and roll thing.
It's too much to coordinate. We don't want to get into this.
I've been practicing every day since I've...
I'm talking coordination between members. It's a song that needs a vocalist.
Oh, okay.
It does. I wouldn't want to actually do that song.
I would with a vocalist.
Or at least like if
or
you had a full
band.
Yeah,
vocalist in a backtrack.
Yeah.
Like that song could definitely it's a solid enough song to get away without having a vocalist, but it would definitely be like way more like the vocalist.
Yeah. And I mean, you guys haven't really played a lot of Austin venues, I don't think.
No, this is our second time in
Austin.
Yeah.
The second time in Austin for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've played Dirty Dog once and Texas Mist once.
This is my first time playing Dirty Dog. I am pissed off Sidewinder closed down because
same.
I was promised to be able to play the Sidewinder since we've played Beerland.
Yeah.
Like since that day, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks ago it got shut down.
It was so funny because I was like, oh, they just changed owners, and then it slowly started, I realized, I was like, no, this is Sidewinder is closed, and it's going to probably become something else. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you know how many bands I've seen there, like, discovered there?
I walked
It's
in there
ridiculous.
for like 15 seconds, and there's this punk show going on that was going the fuck off.
Yeah.
That was the same day I was here last time, and I wanted to be there.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted people, like, to have that kind of energy for the show that we were going to have there, and that's what I was expecting and waiting on. But I hear Dirty Dog's really cool, and honestly, it doesn't matter where we go, because Austin locals are fucking tight.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty cool. And where can we find your music?
everywhere.
Yeah, literally everywhere.
Across the
Spotify,
world.
iTunes.
You see, all the things
It's in your oven actually right now.
Yeah.
No, we're on Deezer,
Yeah.
Tidal. We're on things I can't pronounce.
It's actually in your fireplace. Yeah.
Nice.
It's what keeps the house warm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the fire. Gotta be
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Fuck. Can't believe I just made that joke.
And I know you've got your show at Dirty Dog tonight. This is probably going to go out like about a month from now.
Mm.
Do you have any upcoming shows in Austin that you know of?
Coming soon to a town near you, Catbamboo. Not really.
Or any tours planned or anything, or is that still?
Not planned.
Yeah.
But this is coming out in
It's
a
like
month.
the pre-plan.
This is coming out in a month. So we're working on a tour, and it's going to be.
Don't say where. We'll be back.
We'll be back too.
Yeah.
We'll be back too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you when. We'll be back, and we're going the other way too. Sometime, eventually.
We're gonna figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
It's in the notes section of our phones.
It's,
Yeah.
I've already made my moves.
I mean, as long as things are happening, it's in motion, it's all good.
Right.
Awesome. I don't know if did you guys want to play a song today? Are you prepared to play a song today?
If I don't have my guitar on me,
Okay.
Yeah.
but I would. If you have a guitar here,
I have an acoustic.
that'll work.
Okay. Thank you for listening to Julie's Infinite Playlist. This podcast was created, edited, and produced by Julie Roth, with help from Nick Colbert, and special thanks to Nikki Nadeau. The theme song was created and produced by Animal Abstract. All of the songs performed belong to the musicians performing them. If you like the podcast, please rate and review on Apple Podcasts, and subscribe on Google Play, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Stitcher, and share it with your family and friends. Find us on Facebook and Instagram to keep updated on the podcast and when the bands featured are performing in Austin. Also, check us out on Snapchat to catch videos from shows I go to, and maybe even some sneak peeks.